Look how hot this skillet is. That skillet is hot. This oven, on the other hand, has been preheated to 275. Why a super hot skillet and a not very hot oven? Looky here. I'm gonna make this steak. Look how thin this steak is. Look, it's a brick. It just come out of the freezer. So here's what I'm gonna do. First, let's just open this sucker up real quick. So you see here a steak, it literally just come out of the wrapper. This sucker's frozen. Looky here, olive oil. I'm just gonna dump a little bit on top of the steak. Then I'm take this basting brush. I'm just gonna kind of make sure I've covered this steak with olive oil. For seasoning, you know what? Not much seasoning. My seasoning basically is the steak itself. That's already a good flavor. I'm gonna put a little bit of salt and pepper on there. You probably won't even be able to see this, but here we go. A little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt. Now, look at this hot skillet. No oil, nothing, dude. Just a hot ass skillet. Brutal, huh? I'm gonna take this frozen steak. Hear that? That's the sound of that steak sizzling. See that timer? And that gets down to about 13 minutes. So in other words, 40 seconds. And that dude is getting flipped. That's it. 40 seconds. Well, Eric, you can't cook a frozen steak in 40 seconds. I'm also moving it around. You know why I'm moving it around? Because the skillet is hot as you know what. And there's literally no oil in that skillet. Just that little bit of olive oil on the steak itself. And that's all that's in there. So has it been 40 seconds yet? Yeah, almost. Then what we're going to do is we're just going to get under that bad boy, flip it. So you see, just a little brown on there, not much gray, it's just singed around the edges. That's all I really needed to do. You just got to singe it to hold some juice in. See how much time's on there? I ain't going to let much more time go. The burner is just that hot. This ain't going to take very long at all. Now, while I'm aiming at this, I'm also doing this. See this? A little bit of butter. That's going to keep it from sticking on this baking pan. Pretty righteous, huh? This is basically the plate I was basting it with. That little bit of oil wants to fall in there, it's fine. If nothing falls, you know, the big scheme of things, it doesn't matter. So look there, it has not even been a minute yet. Now, the speed here, come up there, a little bit brown on each side. I'm going to set it right on top of that butter. Now, going in this oven, like that. The oven is 275 degrees. See it right there? 11 minutes and 47 seconds, you know? That's not quite long enough. You probably want to be more like 13 or 14 minutes. But anyway, I will see you in about 14 minutes. Alright, it's probably been about 14 minutes. The timer went off. I shut off the timer, shut off the oven. Looky there. Perfectly cooked steak. About medium. Comes out perfect every time. Nice and thin, perfect portion size. It'll be very easy to eat. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, if you can cut it with a fork. You ain't gonna have no trouble with that. And so that's the big secret right there. Really hot burner, oven at 275, a minute or less on each side. Throw it in the pan, a little bit of butter. 14 to 15 minutes at the most in the oven. And bam, perfectly good steak. The end.